Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about my current beauty favorites. I haven't done a favorites video in a while and I do apologize for the lack of weekly favorites. I know I was getting back on track with those and then I fell off track again. I just feel like this is like a roller coaster ride. Like I get back on track and then I fall off and then I get back on. So I do apologize again. I just had several things going on. Like I've been doing a lot of projects around the house, so that has been taking up a lot of time when I have a chance to film, and filming takes up a lot of time. So it's either like I can get that done or get filming done. And with filming other types of videos in between, I couldn't do both. So I'm gonna try to get back on track with my weekly favorites, but these are beauty products that I have been loving over the past couple months. And let's go ahead and jump in. This here I bought at TJ Maxx and I did haul it, but I've been using it every single day and I absolutely love this. It's the Bareminerals Brilliant Future Age Defense Renew Serum. It says formulated with manganese and vitamin C plus chai hue extract. When I saw this at TJ Maxx, I had to snag it because I love face serums. I like trying new ones. And Bareminerals is a nice brand, more natural ingredients. So I've been trying this out for like several weeks now and I love it. I love it. I would totally repurchase this when I use it up. I know I had read some reviews. I think it was on Ulta and you know, it had good ratings. I think people complained about the packaging. Sometimes it's hard to get product out of the dropper, but I love this because it feels so nice on the skin. It's like smoothing, hydrating, and it gives radiance. And I just love the way it feels and makes my skin look. I just look more youthful and radiant, and I love that. That's what I look for in like skincare products. So I would definitely recommend this. I think it's amazing. And if I saw it again at TJ Maxx, I would totally get another one because I'd rather pay, you know, less at TJ Maxx than buying it full price like at Ulta or Sephora. But I think this is a really nice product. I like to put this on before I put on my foundation. When you look at this in the bottle, it does look like it has like a little bit of a sheen to it. So that's probably why it gives some radiance to the skin, but it just feels so good. So good. Such a good serum. I like this. And I don't really feel like it has a scent. I think it's maybe unscented. Yeah, I don't smell much from that. A newer product I've been loving is the Catrice Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. Prepares the skin, improves makeup wear, refreshes complexion. So I got this at Ulta recently and it's one of their newer ones because they do have some other ones. They have a newer one for matte, like a matte finish. And then they have like an original one. I've never tried that one before. So when this one came on to the new arrival section and it said Illuminating, you guys know I just love like radiant illuminating type products. So I had to pick this one up and I love this. So I think it was around maybe $7.99 and the bottle's pretty small. You get 50 milliliters in here. So I feel like I'm gonna go through this so quickly because I haven't had it that long and I'm already down to there. So I know it's gonna go fast, but I really like this. It does have a light rose scent, which I'm not always a fan of like floral scents. If they're very light, then I can wear them, but if they're really potent, I just despise them. So this is a very light rose scent. It does not bother me at all. And the sprayer on here is nice. Like it sprays a lot, like it does make you dewy and give that wet look to the skin, but it doesn't spray out like big chunks of the spray. So I think the sprayer on here is nice. It's nice and even and I just like it. I like the way it makes my skin look. I don't know if it makes my makeup last longer, but I just think it melts everything together and makes everything nice and dewy and I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. So I want to talk about a different sponge today. So this one I pulled out of my collection. I was going through my drawers and I found this still in the packaging and I was like, oh my God, I hauled this like 6 months ago. I haven't even used it or opened it. Like this is just crazy. So I pulled it out, used it, and I have been using it ever since. I think it's so good. It's by Sephora. It's the Sephora Collection. This is the Total Coverage Sponge. It retails for $12. So it is very affordable compared to like the Beauty Blender, but I really like the shape of this. So it has the nice pointy tip and then it has the rounded bottom and then it has like that groove in the middle where you can hold it there. So I really like the shape of this. It does expand when you wet it and it's really, really soft and squishy. So it's like the perfect density. It's very similar to the Beauty Blender, just a little bit of a different shape. So I like to use the bottom to pounce in my foundation. And then this part's really nice because it's nice and pointy. So it gets right in the inner corner there to blend out concealer as well as set my under eyes with powder. So this is a really, really nice sponge. Highly recommend that as well. For my eyebrows, I pulled out this. I had gotten this in a BoxyCharm several months ago, and I just pulled it out of my eyebrow little drawer here, and I've been using this pretty much nonstop. I've been using it for the last month. So this is by itCosmetics. It's the It Brow Powder in Universal Taupe. So when I first got this at my BoxyCharm, I remember I used it and I thought it was okay, but now that I've used it continuously, I really like it. So it does come with a spoolie on one end here, and on this side it has a retractable pencil. And generally I don't like thicker pencils like this. I like them to be pretty thin, but there's something about the shape of this one that's really nice. I feel like it's not as thick and like rectangular, like it's almost a little bit flat on both ends, so it's a little bit flatter like in the middle. I don't know how to describe it. It's nice because I can turn it this way to fill in my brows this way, and then I can turn it up and down to kind of flick hairs up in the inner portion here. I don't have it on today because I tried something else that I'm going to be reviewing. I really think the color is a nice shade. I usually go for taupes when I go for brow products anyway, so it's not like too warm or too cool tones. It's like the perfect taupe shade. So I really like that. It is like a pencil, but a powder finish. And I love those type of brow pencils. I think they're awesome. There's one from NYX that I reviewed, and I think I had another one from another brand. I can't remember. Oh, I think it was from a brand from Sally Beauty Supply. Gosh, I used to use that one back in the day, a long time ago, but it was a very similar concept because it was a pencil, but in a powder form. And I love that because they glide right on. They're so easy to use. They're very easy to clean up. They're not waxy. I like the powder finish in a pencil form. I think they're awesome. So if you haven't tried this, I think it's a good one. I will also try to remember to link my NYX video that I reviewed. That one you have to sharpen, whereas this one is retractable. So I think that's a little bit nicer that this is retractable, but I just like those types of pencils. I think they're really easy to use. And this new lipstick I have been loving. It's the Maybelline Baddest Beige. I think these are just the Shine lipsticks. They come in this rose gold packaging, and I got mine in the lightest shade, and I used it in a recent like get ready with me type video, and I love it. I think it's so pretty. So it's so creamy, and it just looks really good on the lips. When I first tried this on, I thought it was going to be too light because it definitely looks lighter when you swatch it and on the lips versus in the tube. But it's so creamy and gives a glossy finish to the lips. Now because of that, it's not like super long lasting, but I don't mind that at all. I think it looks beautiful. So I'm going to put some on for you guys. Ugh, I love this. This I highly recommend too. I think it's so good. Some blushes I have been loving are these new COVERGIRL Peach Punch Blushes. So they have two shades here. I love both of these, and they do smell like peaches. I don't think these have names, just numbers. 120 and 130 are the numbers of these, but they smell like peach. I think they smell good. They're like a sweet peach scent. I think the packaging on these is super cute. I like that it's, you know, fairly small and compact, and then I like the colors, and I like that the top is see-through. So I got these at Walmart. So this one is 120, and then this one is 130. Really nice and soft. They have a very nice texture to them. One is more corally, one's more peachy. I think I prefer just like the peachy one more for everyday wear, but the corally one's beautiful as well. That one has more of like a satin finish, whereas the other one has more of, I would say, a matte finish. So this is 120, and then this is 130. You can see this one's more vivid. It's not overly vivid or too bright, but it is more corally, and that one's more peach. So those have been really nice. They have a nice smooth texture to them. They blend onto the cheeks beautifully. And I just really like the colors. Really pretty colors. I like them. And so I have some more CoverGirl products here I wanted to mention. So this is the CoverGirl Chocoholic bronzer. I used this in that Get Ready With Me video, and I really like this. So when I first got it, I was debating if I should even get it actually, because it looks super shimmery in the pan. So this one smells like chocolate. It smells like cocoa. It smells so good. And this definitely has a shimmery finish to it, but when you use it lightly with a very fluffy brush, I think it looks beautiful on the skin. It even looks super dark and bronzy. You could totally use this as an eyeshadow. And you would think that this would not work well, especially for my skin tone as a bronzer, but I really like it. Like I said, when I use it very lightly with a fluffy brush, it just gives this beautiful sheen to the skin, and I just really like that. Sometimes I like to wear very like sheeny bronzers, not all the time. Just depends like what mood I'm in. This is a very heavy swatch, so this is not what it looks like on the skin, but I really like it. I feel like once you start blending it out, it just has a little bit of a sheen. It's not like super shimmery and metallic or anything like that, but it definitely looks very shimmery in the pan. So I have been enjoying this, surprisingly. Definitely don't think it's for everybody though, because some people don't like shimmery bronzers, but I do sometimes. So if you want to check out how it applies on the skin, I would definitely recommend checking out that video that I'm talking about. I will link it above as well as in the description box. If I forget, just remind me. So I have a few more CoverGirl products I want to talk about. This one here is the CoverGirl Peach Punch Highlighter. So this is again part of that Peach collection. So it has the same packaging as those blushes. Can you guys see like those little shimmers in there? And hopefully you can see those on my hand. But you see it has a bunch of microfine shimmers, and I just don't like the way that it looks on my face. So I just don't like the formula of this one. Like I said, it's just like you're wearing a matte powder with some microfine shimmers on the skin, and I think it looks powdery with glitter particles. So I don't love that one. I would say that one's a big pass for me. So another palette from the Peach Punch collection. This is the highlighter palette. And this one is okay for me. It's not my favorite. So again, it smells like peaches. And I like the blush and I like the bronzer in here. So this is a little bit more warm tone, so it's best for bronzing versus like contouring. And then these two blend out really nice. They have a matte finish. The highlighter is not a good highlighter for me. It's a little bit too pink, but it does make a pretty blush topper. Like if you want to wear the matte blush and then top it off with this to make it a little bit more radiant, it is pretty that way. But yeah, I think this palette's okay. I guess because I like two of the products out of the three. It's not my favorite from the CoverGirl line. I really like the individual blushes. I like that bronzer, and I like the highlighter palette. I don't know where I put that, but I've been loving that. I used it in a recent Get Ready With Me, and I think that one's really nice. So this one's just okay. These are the three shades right here. All right, another CoverGirl product here is the Trublend Serving Sculpt Palette. They have two of these. I only picked up this one. So this one here is Rose Nights. The other one that they had, I think the bronzer looked a little less warm, and the blush, I think it was more warm toned, where this one's more like mauve-y and cool toned. So that's why I picked this one up, because I love mauves. So this one, again, for me is okay. I like the blush in here. The bronzer is okay, but it is a little bit too warm, I would say, for me. I actually like the bronzer in the other peach palette better. And then the highlighter is pretty much the same as the individual one that I didn't really like, because it has that same formula. It's just very powdery, and then it has like those flecks of glitter in it, so I don't really like that. The only thing I really love in here is the blush. The blush is beautiful. It has a matte finish. It blends really nice. Well, there is the blush. That's a horrible place to swatch it, I'm sorry. But it's such a nice color. I really like that. This is just too warm. And then again, the highlighter is just too dry, too powdery with little flecks of shimmer. So I'm not a fan of that. So I don't know. I just feel like this one is not worth picking up just for one good product, because I think these are around $9. And if I'm only loving one product in here, I don't think it's worth the price. All right, and then the last CoverGirl product I want to talk about in this video is the CoverGirl Trublend Super Stunner Palette. I also used this one in that Get Ready With Me video. This I love. I think this one is totally worth it. The powders in here are really nice. So you get 3 shades. They do have 2 of these. This one would suit people with a fair to light complexion better, whereas the other one had darker shades. So these 2 colors right here are fantastic. This one is okay. It's not as bad as the single individual one or the one in the other palette, because those have that glitteriness to them, whereas this one is just like a nice smooth powder. But this one just doesn't have as nice of a sheen as these 2 shades. So even if you're just picking it up for these 2, I think it's worth the money. These 2 are so pretty and reflective. Let me see if I can swatch them for you. They're just beautiful. I love these. I would say one looks maybe a little bit more pink and the other one's a little bit more bronzy, but they look very similar. So they could have even made a different shade because I feel like they look very, very similar. A lot of times what I do is just mix the 2 shades together and then apply them to my cheeks. But I think these are beautiful. Like you can see that this one over here, it just doesn't have the same type of sheen that these have. These just melt into the skin really nicely and they're very smooth. Now, if you really rub, they have a very finely milled texture. So if you really like rub your finger in there, they do seem powdery, but they just melt into the skin nicely. Like I don't have any problems with these whatsoever. I think I watched Kathleen Lights apply this in one of her like Get Ready With Me videos and she didn't like it, but I don't know, I think it's really nice. I like it for a drugstore palette. These kind of remind me of the one from Flower Beauty. Flower Beauty has a 3-pan highlighter palette that I think is amazing as well. That one might be a little bit better than this one, but this one's pretty good as well. Like for being at the drugstore, this is a really nice palette. So these 2 shades are awesome. This one's a little bit more subtle, doesn't have as much of a sheen. So I just prefer the other 2 over this one. But yeah, this palette is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I have a favorite here that I actually used up. This is the EO Essentials Refreshing Shower Gel. It's made with botanical extracts and pure essential oils. This one here is in the peppermint scent. I love this. It was nice. It smelled good. I love peppermint. You guys know this. So I actually purchased this at TJ Maxx and I recently purchased another one, but in a different scent. That one is called Lemon Verbena. I haven't used it yet because I'm using a different shower gel, but I like this. It smells good. I'm not too particular about like body washes. As long as they smell good and don't make me feel dry, then I'm good. But yeah, this one straight up smells like peppermint essential oils. So if you love peppermint, I would recommend checking this out. Check TJ Maxx because they always seem to have this. I think this brand is more natural actually. Yeah, because it has a lot of organic ingredients. It's made in the USA. It is certified gluten-free, no synthetic fragrances, cruelty-free and GMO-free, paraben-free. It's scented with pure essential oils and it has organic ingredients. So yeah, I really like this. I would definitely repurchase these. I can't wait to try the other lemon scented one that I got because I love lemon as well as peppermint. So yeah, that was really good. Another product I really like is the Silky Body Cream by Camille Beckman. This one is in French Vanilla. They had sent this a while ago and I really like their products. I've actually used up, I think I'm almost done using up like a hand cream they sent. But this smells so yummy and delicious. I love the way this one smells. You can see I used it up about halfway. I would definitely repurchase this when I run out. I think this just smells so yummy. If you like vanilla cupcake type smells or sweet scents, this one is definitely really nice. They have it in different formats. Like they have a hand cream, they have this silky body cream. I think they have another type of cream too. They have different types. So these are made in Idaho, gluten-free and no animal testing. So I will link their website down below, but this, it just smells incredible. Every time I put it on, my husband's like, oh my God, you smell so good. I'm like, I know, I smell like a vanilla cupcake, you know. So the last thing I want to talk about is the Vani Cream Gentle Facial Cleanser. I think I heard about this from Kathleen Lights, and I don't know if she mentioned it in a video or Snapchat. I think it was a video, maybe like one of her cat chats where she was like removing her makeup or some kind of skincare routine video. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure this is what she mentioned because when she mentioned it, I was like, oh, I want to check that out. And I think she mentioned that she got it at Target. So when I went to Target, I checked and I actually found it, and this is actually my third bottle of this. So this is a full one. This is brand new, I just bought it, but I've gone through 2 of these already, so this is the third one. My husband seems to like it too. I keep one on my bathroom counter as well as in the shower, and it says for sensitive skin, free of dyes, lanolin fragrance, masking fragrance, parabens, formaldehyde, and other preservatives. It's sulfate free and betaine free. I'm not sure what that is. You get 8 fluid ounces in here. Oil free, non-comedogenic, soap free, sulfate free, gluten free. So yeah, it just based on what she showed in the video clip, I was like, oh, I need to try that. So I don't remember how much it is. I think it's a little bit pricier than drugstore, but I really like it a lot. So it just has like a very like creamy, silky formula, and it removes all my makeup, and I really like it. It's sensitive. I have sensitive skin, so I would definitely repurchase that. I mean, obviously I have already because that's my third one. And then I wanted to show one more empties while I'm at it. So this is the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour like concealer. So this is in the shade C2. So I've used this entire thing up. Has a nice big doe foot applicator. I've mentioned this several times on my channel. I really like this. I actually purchased another one. I have several different shades. I have shade C1, C2, C3, and I think I just repurchased C3. Yeah, this one's brand new. I haven't opened it yet. I'm probably gonna be using up the other one soon. I actually removed the stopper out of there so that I could get as much as possible. There is still some product sitting at the very bottom. I mean, I can't, the doe foot applicator doesn't reach to the very bottom, so I can't get it out, which is driving me a little bit crazy, but I've literally scraped the edges of this. So I like the doe foot applicator on here. It's very, very similar to Tarte Shape Tape as far as the applicator. I don't think the formula is. I feel like it's a little more creamy than Tarte Shape Tape. It doesn't look cakey or dry under my eyes. It blends out really easy, and it gives good coverage. So I really like this. It's very affordable. I think it's like $7. So I've already purchased another one, and I have several more. So those are all the products I'm gonna mention in this video. I do have more favorites. Like, I have a lot of products that I have been using and loving, and I just don't have enough time to like sit here and film like an hour video, you know what I mean? And this video would just be way too long. So I actually filmed another video last week. It's gonna be like must have affordable makeup or something like that. I'm not sure what I'm gonna title it yet, but I do need to edit that video, and some of those are my current favorites as well, and they're affordable products. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys. Have an amazing day. Bye.